Hi, I'm Freya, and this is my May reading summary with short reviews. This is part 4 of my May summary because I read a lot of books in May. I read 17 books, and I've talked about some of them, but I have a lot more to talk about, so let's get into it. Wreck of the Dauntless. So this is, I've written on the slide that it is deceptive marketing, and what I mean by that is that it's a book set in the future, but somehow the author was claiming in the that second title that Amazon give books that it was based on a true story. And I'm like, how can it be based on a true story when it's space travel set in the future? But they do clarify in their author notes that it's based on a real, like it's a mutiny on a spaceship where the crew kind of try to take over, and that has disastrous results. But it's based on a real life mutiny that happened on a ship. So it was kind of an interesting transference of events. I enjoyed it. It's a solid read. Okay, next book we have is Grimhold Warborn Academy. This is book 3 in a series, and I'm a completionist, so I had to read the next book, even though I wasn't blown away by book 2, but I liked book 3 better than book 2. So, if you get into this series and you like, book 1's the best, and then it kind of goes downhill in book 2, but it does pick back up. So that's that. And then Grass Animals Volume 2 is a poetry book. I think between Volume 1 and Volume 2, they had one really strong poetry book, and it was kind of just picking the best poems. And I think if I was only going to read one, if I, knowing all I know now, had to pick between them, I'd say Volume 1 is probably better. But they're very short, like snippets of poems, one image, just like a few lines, very brief. So you may not see value for money in a 4-line poem, but anyway. James, this is the best book I read this month, hands down, by far. I love this book. It is so gorgeously written. Can't rave enough about it. Just read it. Do we have time? Maybe one more. This is a middle grade kind of humor book. Justice for Farmer Spicy. He was the antagonist, but he didn't seem that awful to me. It seemed like he was kind of a good guy. So, and this little twerp was kind of just awful. So yeah, that's my review of that.